In 1932, Australia faced an unexpected foe, emus. Yes, those big, flightless birds. With around 20,000 of them invading farmland in Western Australia, crops were trampled and chaos ensued. The government decided to send in soldiers armed with machine guns. But these emus were no ordinary birds. They scattered, dodged, and regrouped like a feathered army. Despite firing thousands of rounds, the soldiers only managed to take down a few hundred. Ultimately, the military threw in the towel. The emus had won. This bizarre chapter in history is forever known as the Great Emu War, where humans lost to birds. In 1961, a routine flight turned into a near apocalyptic disaster when a U.S. Air Force B-52 bomber broke apart mid-air over North Carolina. As the aircraft disintegrated, two nuclear bombs fell from the sky, each one packing a punch 250 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Imagine that for a moment. Two bombs, each capable of wiping out entire cities, plummeting toward the ground. Now, here's where it gets truly chilling. One of those bombs was not just falling, it was actively going through its arming sequence. It completed 3 out of 4 critical steps needed to detonate. Just seconds away from unleashing unimaginable destruction, the only thing standing between millions of lives and a catastrophic explosion was a single low-voltage switch. That switch failed. If it hadn't, we might be recounting a very different story today, one of mass casualties and a historical tragedy that would have reshaped the world. The bomb that almost detonated was known as the Mark 39. It was designed to be a strategic weapon, but in that moment, it was a ticking time bomb, literally. The implications of such an explosion would have been catastrophic, not just for North Carolina, but for the entire East Coast. The fallout would have spread far and wide, affecting countless lives and altering the course of history. This incident, often overshadowed by other Cold War events, raises serious questions about nuclear safety and military protocols. How could something like this happen? The answer lies in the complexities of Cold War-era military operations, where the stakes were incredibly high, and the systems in place were not always foolproof. The B-52 was carrying these bombs as part of a nuclear deterrent strategy, but the reality of that day was a stark reminder of how close we came to disaster. In the aftermath, the U.S. government conducted investigations, and the incident led to significant changes in how nuclear weapons were handled and stored. It highlighted the need for stricter safety measures and protocols to prevent such close calls in the future. Yet, despite these changes, the memory of that day lingers, a haunting reminder of the thin line between safety and catastrophe. So, as we reflect on this near miss, it's essential to recognize the fragility of our existence in a world where nuclear weapons are part of military arsenals. The story of that B-52 and its bombs is not just a tale of an accident. It's a wake-up call about the responsibilities that come with such immense power. We must remain vigilant and ensure that the lessons learned from this incident are never forgotten, for the stakes are simply too high. The Titanic was hailed as unsinkable before it ever set sail in 1912. It was the largest, most luxurious ship of its time, and the engineers were so confident in its design that they didn't even include enough lifeboats for all the passengers, just enough for about half. Despite receiving multiple iceberg warnings, the Titanic sped through the icy waters. Then it struck an iceberg, broke in half, and sank in under 3 hours. Over 1,500 lives were lost, marking it as one of the deadliest maritime disasters in peacetime history. It's a chilling reminder that calling something unsinkable can be a dangerous jinx.
Imagine this: Napoleon Bonaparte, the legendary military strategist, fresh off a victorious campaign, decides to celebrate with a grand rabbit hunt. Sounds like a noble pursuit, right? Well, it quickly turned into one of the most bizarre moments in his storied life. His staff, eager to impress, gathered hundreds of rabbits for the occasion. But here's the twist. Instead of wild, skittish creatures, they accidentally collected tame, domesticated rabbits. When the moment came to release them, Napoleon and his top officers were ready for a thrilling chase. But what happened next was anything but ordinary. Instead of scattering in fear, these rabbits charged straight at the emperor and his men. Picture it, a swarm of fluffy, bouncing rabbits, all thinking it was feeding time. They didn't just hop away, they rushed forward, eager for a meal. Napoleon, the man who had faced down armies and conquered nations, found himself in a chaotic retreat, literally chased off the field by a horde of rabbits. It's a wild image, isn't it? The fearless emperor, a figure of power and authority, reduced to fleeing from a fluffy mob. This incident highlights not just the unpredictability of life, but also the absurdity that can lurk even in the most serious of circumstances. Napoleon, known for his strategic brilliance on the battlefield, was outmaneuvered by a bunch of rabbits. It's a reminder that no matter how powerful you are, sometimes you can be caught off guard by the most unexpected challenges. This fluffy fiasco is a testament to the fact that history is filled with moments of humor, even in the lives of its most formidable figures. So, the next time you think of Napoleon, remember not just the battles he fought and the empires he built, but also the day he was overwhelmed by a furry army. It's a story that adds a touch of whimsy to the legacy of one of history's greatest military minds.
Imagine spending years and $125 million to study Mars, only to lose it all because of a simple math error. The Mars Climate Orbiter was supposed to analyze the Martian climate, but one team used metric units while another stuck to imperial. No one caught the mistake. When the orbiter entered Mars's atmosphere, it was way too low, disintegrating in an instant. Just like that, years of hard work vanished. It's a stark reminder that even the smallest details, like converting feet to meters, can have catastrophic consequences in space exploration. All that effort, gone in a flash, all because of a unit conversion fail.